Hello, world? Am I out here? Can you guys hear me? It says I'm live. Am I?
Let me see. You are live.
Do you
yeah, I
see?
got a notification that you're live.
Is anyone logged on?
No. Live. Yeah, I got a notification that you're live.
Is anyone logged on?
No.
Where is everybody on a Friday night?
Okay, we're starting to trickle in some listeners.
Hello, world. It's my new.
I saw you on MasterChef.
Sorry, I'm like trying to walk over to my phone. I'm doing this on my phone.
So welcome to our
new
radio show.
Our new radio show on YouTube, because we haven't had a real haircut in months and not looking our best. Not that that really matters, but just testing out what it's like to do like a radio type show on YouTube. So the cool thing about this is we can actually have callers call in, or we can have people we know call in, and yeah, it's just like having a real radio show.
People are like, what is happening?
So I'm trying out this new thing where it's like having a radio show, but it's broadcasted on YouTube. So it's basically like live stream, but no camera. So it makes it easier for like YouTube creators to create content and push out content regularly without having to look prim and proper for camera if they care, or like dealing with video editing and video, like someone has to hold the camera. This is like, I can just do it from my phone, but broadcast it from my YouTube. So you guys can like comment, or
we can even open up the fan line and people can call us. So would you guys be interested in joining this call right now?
And going on the air on my YouTube channel? I'm just testing it out. So I'm learning how this works myself. Actually, John is helping me because it's, I don't know if it's accessible, so I just handed him my phone, but we're just using my phone.
All right, we're going to try opening up the fan line.
Do you have the number?
As soon as I push this button, it posts it. So,
yeah.
If you guys want to join this conversation, call this number and we'll try it. I have no idea how this works, so we'll just see.
You're in this experiment with us.
Here we go.
Is so anyone calling?
So the fan line is open.
Anyway, so what are we doing? It's Friday. We're in Houston, which is now becoming a hot spot for COVID in the world, or in the country at least. I'm drinking a seltzer because it's Friday evening. John is making us dinner. He's cooking up some sausage that we got from Fege's Barbecue, which is one of our favorite barbecue joints in Houston. Trying to support local. And we just kind of ended our work day. I might have to do some more work later. And that's about it. It's our Friday evening, and we're just hanging out with everyone on YouTube for a little while before we eat, I guess. Or I guess we can still do this if we eat, but our mouths would be full.
Oh, someone's calling us. Okay, here we go. First caller. Here we go.
First caller. Hello. It's dialing.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hey.
Hello. This is Christine.
Hey,
John. Who's this?
Wow. My name is Solomon. This is so cool.
Hi, Solomon.
You are live on air.
On my YouTube.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
So what's up? What do you want to call and say or ask?
Well, I'm just wanted to tell you I love what you do and I love your story. I thought that you were absolutely amazing on MasterChef, and you know what you're doing with the goat and everything. I'm curious to know though, you know, I like to ask this of people who like to cook. What is like your like least favorite like flavor? Like for me, for some reason, I can't stand bell peppers. But I'm wondering like what it is for you, especially with someone who has a heightened sense of smell.
Yeah. I love that question. First of all, thank you, Solomon, for being our very first caller on my quote unquote YouTube radio show. I need to come up with
wow, that's so crazy.
Thanks for just for the kind words and for supporting me on MasterChef. I like your question because it's different. So it's funny. I don't really like bell peppers either. I'm kind of in agreement with you there. The only things I like
Wow.
is Cajun food because it's part of the Holy Trinity that is cooked with Cajun food. And then I do like it with like fajitas and like in a few other ways. But typically, I actually don't really like dill, like the herb.
Oh, wow.
And I don't like cooked salmon because I think most of my life when someone did cook salmon, it was kind of overcooked. But I love raw salmon, and I really like smoked salmon. So off the top of my head, those are the two flavors that I can think of.
Wow. Yeah. With cooked salmon, it's really like flaky and like cat food, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
You
it's
could
like
dry
real
it
dry.
out. You could dry it out really easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and the flavor, I feel like it's like eating my cat's food. I agree with you on that.
Cool. Well, any other questions, Solomon?
You know what? I don't want to tie up the line. I'm so honored to be the first caller, though. But thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you hail from? I'm just curious where you're calling from.
I'm from the Los Angeles area in SoCal. We're going crazy right now.
Oh.
Well, stay safe.
Yeah,
and stay healthy.
safe. Wear your mask outside.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for your time.
Welcome,
you.
Solomon. Thanks for calling in. This is funny. I feel like a true radio DJ. Which you guys, the funny thing is, like when I was little, like I want to say like when I was 8, 9 years old, I used to record myself on my cassette player. If any of you guys are old enough to remember cassettes, like I used to record myself and pretend I was a DJ, and I would be saying things like, "The lines are open. Here's the next song, which is Toy Soldier by Martika," or whatever like that. And I would play the song and record it on my mixtape. I used to want to be a DJ.
All right, so the fan line is open. So we are accepting calls. It would be cool if we got a call from someone from Vietnam or something. I mean, what time is it in Vietnam?
It's the opposite, so it's like way
What time
early
is it
in the morning.
Vietnam?
It's probably like 7 a.m.
It's 6:40.
6:40 a.m. Oh wow. Well, I don't know. What the hell can we talk about? Why don't you give relationship advice during COVID?
Relationship advice? Is that what you're saying, or someone said that?
You.
Oh
Me.
my gosh. So like I'm having a relationship hotline?
Yeah.
I'm not qualified for that, but I will say that relationships are important, especially during this time. I just told John last night that I'm so grateful that I have him because I can only imagine how hard it must be for people who are living alone during this time. At least, I have companionship.
Okay, be quiet. Someone's calling.
Dang, John, you cut me off.
All right, here we go. Next caller.
This is funny.
Hello.
Hello.
Be quiet. Someone's calling.
You are live
Hello?
on air.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi. This is Christine and John. How are you?
Hi, Christine. Hi, John.
You're live on my YouTube channel right now. What's up? Who is this?
Excellent. Okay, so I have two main. I'm doing okay. I live in Colorado Springs right now, but I am from Houston.
Oh, okay.
And I was wondering, since you are a restaurant owner, you actually opened your restaurant right after I moved.
Oh, too bad.
Oh, how unfortunate.
Yeah, well, it's fine because I'll be back sometime. I just wanted to know how is Houston doing right now, and how is the restaurant culinary scene going on right now? Because I'm hearing all sorts of things from my friends and family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so
What's your experience?
the culinary scene is, I mean, you weren't here. I mean, you were here not that long ago, so the landscape is changing. But right now, like today, the Texas governor kind of rolled back some of the his opening phase, which I agree with. I think it's getting kind of dangerously high COVID numbers here in Houston, especially. So we're depending a lot on delivery and takeout. I mean, the restaurant industry all over the nation and the world has really taken a hit with this whole pandemic. And especially like something like ours, which is like literally a small independently owned business. Like it's definitely hard, but we're trying to stay optimistic, trying to, figure out new revenue streams and stuff. But, the food here, I really do miss going out to try new restaurants, eating at old favorites. But,
For sure.
I love this town. It's just unfortunate right now that we're
I
kind
would
of
say
just
also more and more people, like before we would hear about maybe like so and so got COVID, and it was kind of a distant thing.
yeah,
But more recently, it's like I know personally
yeah,
people who have it now, and
Yeah.
and it's getting worse and
Oh.
worse. So it is time to be extra cautious and be safe.
yeah. So I'm all for like scaling back the reopening phase. I understand that the economy's hurting pretty badly, but what's the point of a great economy if public health isn't doing well? So
Yeah,
I'm just really
I
concerned
agree with you.
yeah, everyone public
Completely.
wise, and
Completely.
I just hope like, people do believe that COVID is real, and that, people, for the sake, if not for yourself, like for the sake of others, like please wear a mask, wash your hands, socially distance, stay at home if you can, for sure. And I've been actually like self quarantining myself since mid March because, I am immunocompromised for my condition, because I have a treatment,
Ah,
do treatment for
yeah.
it that does compromise my immune system. So I've actually been at home for the long haul, and we're being very safe about everything. So how's it going over there in Colorado Springs?
Uh, our number, I, I don't know. I don't want to say political things, but I think our governor is being really nice, really good about it. Personally, I think. But, yeah, I've just kind of been watching the numbers in Houston, and I'm just watching them like really go way up, and I'm like, oh no, because I just moved away from there 2 years ago, and I'm just thinking of everyone, and I'm like, oh my,
Yeah.
but things seem okay. I don't know. I'll share one idea. One really interesting thing that is going on in my city right now is one block downtown gets closed every night, and that block with the restaurants on it downtown, they move their tables outside.
Oh,
So
that's
everybody's
cool.
really
It's like a pedestrian block.
everybody's really sat far apart,
Yeah.
but everybody gets to eat out
Yeah.
in the street.
That's a really
You
cool
know.
idea. I like that.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
nice.
that's
It
one
still
thing I've enjoyed.
fosters like community and business, but then it's as safe as
Yeah.
possible, or at least safer.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Right.
Thanks for sharing that idea.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we got another call, so thank you very much for
Yeah.
calling in.
Yeah,
Appreciate
stay safe.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, here we go. Next caller.
You're just going down the queue?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess there's a queue.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello, it's Christine and John.
Thanks for having me on. I just had a quick question
Who are we
about.
speaking with?
My name is Weston,
Hi, Wes.
and I've been on a lifelong quest to recreate Taco Bell's nacho cheese sauce.
Oh,
I'm at the point
okay.
now. I'm at the point now of giving up. So I kind of had like a general question, like, is generally speaking, restaurants, they have their parent companies. Is this something that I might be able to source from their parent company?
I doubt it.
Doing the math, I think it costs $120 for a bag of nacho cheese after they put it in those cups and send it out the door. And so I was maybe flirting with that idea of maybe there's some parent company I could, or
So,
maybe even
okay,
a Taco
hold
Bell
on.
manager I might be able to slide a couple bucks to.
What do you?
Otherwise,
What is it about
Go
this
on.
nacho cheese that you like love?
I mean, the flavor, and it's like, it's not just like the flavor. It's like having something that you've been told that you can't have. So there's probably 100 different recipes online to recreate it,
Yeah.
but none of them even come close. And so it's almost it's like this thing that's on my bucket list that I either have to have a guy in a dark alley that will supply me,
Yeah.
or I can at least recreate this in my own kitchen. So
Now
either
you make
A,
me want
tips
to
on
go get some.
yeah, so if you have some tips on, recreating some of your favorite foods, what helped you, the internet, there's plenty of recipes online, but I haven't had much luck, or, general advice on, smoothing
I
palms
think
or,
What's been the
yeah, go on.
problem with your nacho cheese that when you try to recreate it, what's been the issue where you don't think it's like the Taco Bell version?
Well, first off, whenever you have Taco Bell nacho cheese, you're usually eating it with with Taco Bell nachos.
yeah.
So, basically, the circumstances aren't right. So, I ended up having to dip my finger in it to be able to, give it a fair taste test. One thing I haven't done is like, gone and buy it and then have it sit side by side. This is usually, the day after in my kitchen. I'm like, oh no, that's not right. Oh no, that's not right. And I've
But
done
is
this
it like
quite a
the
few times.
flavor, the texture? Like what do you think is
Oh,
different?
flavor. I mean, I
Like,
wouldn't say, I probably have the taste buds of a 9-year-old. So, the texture and stuff like that, I haven't found, too hard to master. It's nacho cheese after all.
I'm
But
trying to
it's
remember
definitely
what
flavor
Taco Bell's
that's hard to get.
Yeah,
nacho
I can't even
cheese.
remember the
I
last
feel
time
like
I had it.
it is similar to like American with a little bit of like, because it.
This is the most oddest question I've ever had, man.
Yeah, I mean, because I was like, if it's texture, I know how to fix that. Because sodium citrate is what you would mix into cheese to make it that velvety smooth like texture. So I know how to do like queso and stuff. But I don't know about flavor because I haven't. But I mean, trying to replicate recipes, I feel like sometimes like I know I've found some copycat recipes online, whether it's like Cheesecake Factory cheesecake or like Chick-fil-A sandwiches or whatever. But I don't know. I haven't been on the same pursuit as you, I think, to look for nacho cheese from Taco Bell. So I have no idea how to answer that. But I mean, I would say like try different cheeses. I feel like from what I remember about Taco Bell, I think it's similar to like an American cheese with like a slight hint of, I mean, it's something more, a little bit more than just American cheese.
Dude, we
Has
don't
some
know,
spice
dude.
to
Let's
it,
not make
and
up
yeah, it's
anything.
hard. It's hard. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well,
Fair
thank
enough.
you very much for
Figure that's
calling
done.
in.
Thanks for calling, Weston, with a very interesting question.
All right, we got more
What
four
should we talk
callers.
about, or should we
Hello.
Hello, you're on the air
Hello?
on YouTube with Christine and
Ooh.
John.
Hi, my name is Jose.
Hi,
I'm
Jose.
calling from Montreal.
From where?
Montreal.
Montreal.
Canada.
Yes.
In Canada?
Yes.
Wow.
Canada. Yes.
We just watched an episode about Montreal on Somebody Feed Phil.
Oh, I see.
I want to go there. I haven't been to Montreal. What a lovely city, though. I've heard so much about it. What's up, Jose?
Well, I'm not originally from Montreal. I'm a Peruvian who moved here like 3 years ago, just doing my master's and whatnot.
Oh, we went to Peru a few years ago. I think that was our last international vacation. Was it to Peru?
Well, actually, I'm kind of curious, and one of the reasons why I was calling is because obviously season 3 is one of my favorites, and I remember you made crab ceviche, and well, I'm not going to discuss the origins of ceviche because it has a long history. It has crossed borders, and now it's in a lot of countries. I was wondering if it was in Peru that you found ceviche or somewhere else. I'm just curious about it and would love to hear about it.
Yeah, no. So actually that challenge, so funny thing was initially I was like, I'm gonna do a ceviche, but then I thought about it and I was like, I ended up like cooking my crabs. So then I was like, okay, technically it's not ceviche because I feel like ceviche, technically, if you want to call it ceviche, it needs to be cooked by lime juice or like an acid or cured by an acid. And I didn't do that. I actually cooked my crab because I put it in boiling water. So then I ended up calling it a crab cocktail. Even though initially I wanted to do a ceviche, but I was just too nervous about, I wasn't really experienced with making ceviche with crab. I've done it with fish, but I know that ceviche, is a very big dish in Peru, and it is excellent there, by the way, because we ate a lot of ceviche when we were in Peru. But I feel like before that, I think I just had like ceviche is just around either in like Latin America and other countries or in Houston, because Houston actually has a very large immigrant population and we have all kinds of ethnic foods. So I've had ceviche before, but yeah, we went to some like top restaurants in Peru for ceviche and it was amazing. So I do love
You,
ceviche.
I mean, different countries do ceviche in different ways. Like I think it's Ecuador or Colombia. One of those adds tomato, another one adds like olive oil, vinegar. So I don't think it's incorrect to call variation ceviche as long as you have the kind of like general concept,
Yeah.
and it's pretty delicious.
So Jose, let me
Yeah.
ask you, what would go into your favorite or your ideal ceviche?
Oh, well, ceviche is kind of let's say a Portuguese dish originally. So it's also simple. For me, there some fish that is, like white. And for example, I've tried here in Montreal. I went to like different restaurants looking for ceviche, and a lot of them used to employ um, salmon and tuna, and these are not really that good
Yeah,
with ceviche.
I would agree with you on that.
So on my pursuit, I really went back to just thinking, ceviche should be just lime juice, some white fish, maybe usually sole is very good with ceviche, or even tilapia. And if you have like Peruvian corn, canchita,
Uh-huh.
that is also great. Onions, but I found that ingredients are very different here. The onions are stronger, the limes are not as sour. So I found one restaurant in Montreal that is really good. It's called Piqueos. If you ever visit Montreal and you, for some reason, don't want to try Canadian food, and that's a good spot.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I agree with you. I think salmon and tuna would not be my ideal ceviche either. I do agree that it should be whitefish. If I make ceviche, usually it's a like a sea bass or something, and then I agree it should be pretty simple. I like it with lime juice, with cilantro, and I will say that if you want to make your onions less strong or pungent, soak it in ice water for a little bit, and then that'll kind of reduce that strong flavor and smell.
Okay. I'll take it into account. Thank you so much. I'm a
Yeah,
big
thanks for
fan,
calling in,
and
Jose.
really thanks. It's
Yeah,
been nice hearing you.
yeah. Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye.
Keep safe. Bye.
Is dinner ready?
Dinner is ready. Should we take one more call?
Sure. We'll
All
take
right,
one
we're
more
gonna
call
take
and then we're
one
gonna
more
eat dinner,
call.
and maybe we'll log back on later.
All right, here we go.
I wonder what they hear when they're in queue and waiting.
I don't know.
You should call in and see.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, hello. You're live with Christine and John on my YouTube channel.
Hi. I'm so excited to meet you. I this is my dream come true.
Oh wow.
Well, thank you. That's very flattering. But I'm a normal human being and just
Is there-
average like everyone else.
Is there something you wanted to tell Christine or ask?
So what did you after you won MasterChef, did you travel in a lot of places, or did you do something else?
So I would say right after I won MasterChef, I had to work on my cookbook. So I did spend a lot of time recipe testing at home and writing the recipes and the stories behind my recipes. And then I did travel a lot. There were a lot of opportunities for me to travel around and do a lot of talks and speeches. Yeah, so I would say I travel a lot. Whom am I speaking to, and where are you from, by the way?
My name is Michael, and I'm from Indiana.
Indiana. How old are you?
I'm 10.
Oh my gosh! So when I was live on MasterChef, you were 3. Actually, you might have been.
Yeah.
You might have been too. So you must have watched it more recently.
Yes. It was very I was voting for you to win. So then when you won, I was super excited.
Oh, well, thank you. How are things going for you in Indiana?
Good. Except a lot of stores are closed and there's not a lot of food or meat or not a lot of just not a lot of meat. But other than that, it's good.
Yeah. What do you miss the most besides meat and food and stores being open?
Going to school.
Yeah. What was your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math. That's awesome. Thanks for calling in. Do you have any other questions?
No.
All right. Well, it's so good talking to you. Thanks for calling in, Michael.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Stay safe. Have a good night.
All right. Well, we still have 2 people calling in to talk to you, but it's dinner time for us, and it's almost nearing 30 minutes. So thank you all.
Yeah, we'll get back on maybe later or sometime. We'll just hop on and off and test this whole radio show thing out. But thank you for calling in. I'm sorry to callers, but I'm hungry.
And let us know like what you guys thought. Like maybe we can change up the format a bit.
Yeah, or what you want to talk about us to talk about or whatever. And then we'll keep that in mind and see you, or I guess hear you next time on YouTube.
All
Bye
right.
everyone.